For the first few weeks, keeping a newborn alive feels like a demanding, exhausting monologue. You feed at 2 in the morning, rock, sway, and hum the same few notes, and get absolutely no response. Occasionally, you might catch a tiny, random grin drifting across their face while they sleep or slide into a drowsy haze. People usually wave these off as gas, but researchers call them endogenous smiles. They have nothing to do with digestion. They originate entirely from inside the baby's own body. The baby is a completely closed loop right now. They are not smiling at you or anything else. As a parent, you are waiting in the dark for the moment the outside world to finally get in. This cross-section of an infant's brain shows where early twitches originate, down here in the brainstem. A wave of internal electrical excitation rises, crosses a biological threshold, and forces facial muscles to briefly bloom into a smile before settling. There is no social intent behind this reflex. No punchline triggered it, and no familiar face sparked the reaction. This early reflex is a purely mechanical baseline. Understanding this automatic reflex reveals exactly how staggering the cognitive leap is when that smile finally points outward toward you. The shift starts subtly around the end of the second week. A specific sound, the gentle, familiar tone of a human voice, suddenly triggers an exogenous smile, proving the outside world finally has a way in. By 6 to 8 weeks, that smile locks onto your eyes. This happens precisely when your baby's visual focal distance sharpens to about 8 to 12 inches. Pulling this off requires a massive neurological symphony. The infant's brain must see clearly, must hold attention, recognize you as a person, feel a spike of pleasant arousal, and physically send a signal back, all at the exact same time. That 8 to 12-inch focal range matches the exact distance between your face and theirs during a feed. The system is quietly engineered so the very first thing their waking mind learns to greet is a loving caregiver. A genuine, heartfelt smile has a specific anatomical signature. It doesn't stop at the mouth. It recruits the muscles of the entire face. It is called the Duchenne marker. As seen in early electrical stimulation experiments, a true smile forces the cheeks to lift and the skin around the eyes to crinkle. That specific contraction is the universal physical signal for intense, genuine joy. When a mother sees that genuine Duchenne smile from her child, a profound chemical reaction occurs. As this loop illustrates, the baby's expression triggers her reward circuitry, causing a surge of dopamine. You smile, their face lights up, wiring their developing brain further. The smile functions as an ancient and gentle tool, perfectly evolved to capture an adult's attention and care at the exact moment a helpless infant needs it most. Because it feels like a conversation, it is easy to assume babies pick up this habit by simply copying you. But infants born completely blind exhibit the exact same Duchenne smiles, lifting the exact same cheek muscles on the exact same developmental timeline. It is an inherited biological imperative, a universal sentence our species relies on, and one that every human baby is fluent in before they even have the strength to hold up their own head. This back-and-forth exchange, this serve and return, builds the critical scaffolding of early development long before they ever learn a spoken word. Through this rhythm, a baby absorbs an implicit foundational lesson. I do something, you respond, and my big, overwhelming feelings can be safely shared and managed. This is the exact moment a child's emotional life is co-written. The biological process happening in your brain translates into the physical architecture of theirs. If you are listening to this with a baby who hasn't reached this point yet, please let your shoulders drop. The developmental clock is tied to their original due date, not the day they were born, so early arrivals will naturally need more time. You can gently invite that first grin. Get right into that 8 to 12-inch focal zone. Smile with your whole face and speak in a warm, sing-song voice. Then, wait. Leave a pause in the interaction. The magic lies in giving their waking mind the room it needs to formulate an answer. Every time you answer their grin with your own, you lay down the bedrock of lifelong trust. That ordinary moment by the window is the opening line of a love story that will last a lifetime.